Should we start now? Oh my god, I'm so nervous. She's struggling.
Hi, welcome to our videos, and we are
The
the
Hoppers!
Hoppers. And
My name is Milo.
my name is Kim Ngọc.
My name is Kenyan. And I'm Sang. And now let's get started.
Yay!
This is our topic today. How do you guys want to work?
Let's work as a team, guys.
I don't think so. I think we should work independently as it's more efficient.
Nah, but teamwork is important here. We need to work together to come up with better ideas.
Well, I've always studied in an August school, and that way I get higher results. I don't see any point where we need to change that.
So if that's it, what's the point of having a team? Like in a workplace, we can't just work alone. We need to collaboration. You feel me?
Oh, I understand that, but I'm not used to that, and it feels less productive to me.
From this situation, do you guys notice the usual thing that causes conflicting opinions between these two colleagues? The answer is the male colleagues used to study in a mixed school, while the female colleague used to study in a single-sex environment.
But wait, what does mixed school and single-sex environment even mean?
Oh, so let me explain that for you. So, a mixed school is a place where both gender, which are female and male, study in the same class, whereas a single-sex environment is only for one.
In our group opinions, studying in single-sex school could improve the academic performance, but still came at a cost, especially in communication and cooperation. And in this video, we will clarify our perspective. On one hand, there are some grounds for the view that students perform better in single-sex environments. Imagine a classroom where no one expects you to act a certain way because of your gender. In mixed classroom, students can unconsciously follow traditional roles, which may limit their confidence and choices. But in single-sex environments, that pressure often fades. Without stereotypes getting in the way, students feel freer to speak up, take risks, and explore new strengths. For instance, a girl in a all-female class may confidently lead a science project instead of holding back. Sometimes, changing the environment can change how students see themselves and what they believe they can achieve.
Moreover, in mixed gender settings, students, especially teenagers, are often influenced by the social concerns such as forming romantic relationships or trying to impress their peers. These distractions can reduce the time and attention devoted to academic work. In contrast, single-sex schools remove this particular source of distraction, allowing students to concentrate more effectively on the study. For instance, students in a single-sex school are less likely to be preoccupied with dating or gaining attention from the opposite gender. As a result, they can devote more time to completing assignments, engaging in class discussions, and preparing for exams, which ultimately leads to better academic outcomes.
On the other hand, we are more convinced that the disadvantage of this environment supports its advantage. The first reason is single-sex education may limit students' emotional and social development. Adolescence is an important time when teenagers learn how to respect, show empathy, and build healthy relationships with both boys and girls. This skill will help them with cross-gender collaboration in the future, and without them, students may feel less confident when working with the opposite sex in the future. Single-gender schools might also make students feel superior to the opposite sex. Only interacting with people of the same gender may make them form stereotypes or misunderstandings that can increase gender inequality and make it harder for them to work well together in the future.
That is why today most schools around the world are co-educational, meaning boys and girls study together. According to international education data, co-ed schools account for the vast majority of education system globally, while single-sex schools are only a small minority, often below 10 to 20%, depending on the countries. In places like United States, single-sex schools are extremely rare, making up only a very small fraction of the system. Historically, single-sex education used to be more common, but over time, most countries have shifted toward mixed environments as societies become more open and integrated.
Therefore, although single-sex education has some benefits, it may not fully prepare students for real-world social interaction.
Another significant drawback of single-sex education is the lack of diverse perspectives, which can hinder students' ability to cooperate in real-world environments. In such settings, students are mainly exposed to similar viewpoints, resulting in fewer opportunities to engage with different ways of thinking. In turn, they may feel less confident when interacting in mixed-gender contexts. For example, when participating in a mixed-gender group project, students from a single-sex environment may hesitate to contribute ideas due to the difference with diverse perspectives. Therefore, this limited exposure can weaken interaction skills and make effective cooperation more challenging.
In conclusion, although single-sex environments may help students focus better and reduce certain distractions, they can also limit important social and communication skills. Education is not only about academic performance, but also about preparing students for real life.
Therefore, a practical solution is to maintain a mixed-gender education system while implementing structured strategies in order to minimize distractions. This approach not only enables students to benefit from mixed-gender interaction, but also help them to focus on their academy.
With the aforementioned reasons, that is why we firmly believe that learning in single-sex environments ultimately hinders students' ability to cooperate effectively in the real world.
And that's the end of our videos. And thank you for your listening. Bye!